But do you think it's safe to say that Reed is the first capital D daddy in the MCU?
Now that Fantastic Four First Steps is basically done and dusted, I want to talk about something that's been irritating me for a while, and it's that Gen Z sucks at press interviews. My god, it actually makes me ashamed sometimes to see how people of my generation talk to professionals who are also strangers as part of their job. And I know this isn't a new topic or anything, I'm sure people way smarter than me have talked about this in their videos, but oh my god, I just can't stand it. And this really bubbled up with Fantastic Four First Steps. I don't know who the PR agency was that was linked to this project, but they were spraying all kinds of bullets to clip farm as much as possible. Gone are the days of a regular sit-down interview. Now it's just jokes or a gimmick or some fucking game with food for some reason. I don't know. I'm convinced that BuzzFeed has done irreparable damage to press interviews, and I know they kind of fell off the face of the earth ever since millennials started having kids, but their ghastly spirit still continues to haunt us. And these interviews were actually really engaging when they first started coming out because it broke away from the trend of just two professionals talking with one another and made it seem like a casual conversation between friends. By the way, I was exaggerating earlier. Regular press interviews where they just sit down and chat is still a thing. It's not extinct, and if I really wanted to watch them, I could just look it up and watch it for myself. But that's the thing, I'm put in a position where every clip I saw from this damn Fantastic Four press run was pure fast food content, because let's be honest, I'm not gonna be out here hunting for press clips. I'm a slave to the algorithm. And by pure fast food content, I mean interviewers saying shit just to get clicks or to be relatable to Gen Z or trying to be hot ones. You're not fucking hot ones. And I hate how in a cruel twist of fate that these clips are what end up going viral. It's been pretty clear for a while that influencers have, well, more influence than major publications for the younger crowd. So it makes sense that there is a stronger focus from agencies to work with these creators compared to 10 years ago. But sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes when you start giving into this style too much, there is a critical skill that is lost in the abyss of interviews, and that is the critical skill of interviewing. If it's a simple question and answer interview fueled by conversation, then yeah, I genuinely believe that anyone, regardless of their credentials, if they prepare to their best ability, it can be a great interview. But when you got someone trying to engage a middle-aged actor on some Gen Z bullshit that they clearly do not give a shit about, that's when it becomes cringe-inducing. Do you not realize that this is probably the 10th interview they've done in a row after a 10-hour flight? They do not want to be here. Okay, so back to Fantastic Four First Steps. The Fantastic Four First Steps press run was undoubtedly one of the strangest ones we've had in recent memory. Some could say that these press clips are what halted the movie from box office success. Okay, probably not. I'm not sure how Superman managed to be so problem-free with their interviews and activities. They were fucking smooth sailing. Whatever PR agency that worked with DC Studios for this project, they single-handedly managed to land an A+ first impression of David Cornsweet on the general public. That's pretty difficult to do for an unknown actor. Not that I think that any of the new Fantastic Four cast members are terrible people or anything, it's just that, wow, the universe really favored Supes. I think the worst thing I heard from Superman was James Gunn telling off an extra for rushing in and trying to help the kid hold up that Superman flag. Bro, when you're an extra, I know you want to guarantee yourself at least a second of screen time, but you can't go around ruining a shot with hundreds of stunts and shit that's gonna cost thousands of dollars and hours to reset. So for a guy with an insane workload and a lot of pressure, I think James Gunn did pretty well. So Fantastic Four First Steps, I've collated some clips to watch together because if I'm suffering, I am not suffering alone. And by the way, I'm not talking about everyone being all up in arms about Pedro Pascal and Vanessa Kirby being close and everything. They're two functioning adults, and I'm sure that if one of them was uncomfortable, they would have let it be known. I don't know. I don't know them. Also, it's a dead horse at this point. I feel like the internet ate it and diarrheaed it out like 10 times, so there's no point in talking about it. Everything is even more funny when you realize that this cast was probably filming Avengers Doomsday right before they got yanked for this international press tour. I mean, they had press in London, then they had to travel down all the way to Sydney, then they had to bounce back to LA. I don't care how rich you are, your body will be fucked up after that. Before we get into the bad clips though, I want to revisit some good clips from this press run. I have seen both of these clips plenty of times, but I feel like I need to start on a high before I fucking crash to a low. I can't even tell if they're pretending to be interested, but either way, it's funny.
Popular cosmetics in game. Really? This is gorgeous. Let's show you what it is. This one. Thank you. This is my favorite bed of hers. This is my favorite bed. Very
Joseph Quinn locking it is so funny. Oh, fuck. And I remember seeing comments like Pedro Pascal is suddenly feeling anxious. Oh. God, too funny. All right, this one, I've seen this clip a million times.
I like gobbled it up. It was so well done, and all of them play a part in that chemistry. Vanessa Sue is a soon-to-be mom who's going to be stepping into this massive new role.
Having everybody about any tropes, and I'm worried about it. Something, you know, and he annoyed me sometimes because I was thinking about it so much.
Why does Joseph Quinn just stare?
Associated with it. So much of the time, mothers and friends over the decades have been. My answer.
Dude, they are so locked out of this interview.
You're showing me there's a
ages ago, and he's still laughing.
This is such classroom
Lines
vibes.
or making sure that, you know. Anyway, it was the coolest thing that she was never sidelined in any way, just because she was a mother. And if
God, you
anything,
can feel the delirium that they feel from however many interviews they've done. Jesus. I mean, that's the pure definition of laughing when your friend looks at you during a serious moment in the classroom. Oh, fuck, that fried me. Ah, well, that was fun while it lasted, wasn't it? Okay, now on to the bad ones. Okay, the way I picked these clips, I know about these clips because they were trending for the wrong reasons, but I actually haven't seen them in full. Like, when I was grabbing these clips, I would watch a few seconds of it just to confirm, and I'd be like, oh my god, no, I can't fucking watch this. So let's watch these clips together and break down why they don't make me feel so fantastic. Why do I do this to myself? Why do I do this to myself? Why do I do this to myself? Okay, so the caption is Pedro Pascal teaches Vanessa Kirby what cunty means. Oh my god. Oh my god, stop! I think 2 of these clips out of the 3 are from the Sydney press tour. Fucking hell, this is gonna make me cringe even more. Why would you represent us like this?
Jumping right into you, Vanessa, you've kind of become a social media icon for your force-filled, snatched, cunty business face.
Oh, God.
How did you come about to go into that
good
force
thing.
field? It's a good thing. It's a good thing. It's a good
Cunty
thing.
face is good, babe.
What's that from? Sunglasses, maybe?
Cunty face just means fierce.
Does it mean
Oh, thank god Pedro Pascal is used to this. Oh my god.
It's good. It's good.
okay?
Independent.
Promise.
Why would you... Why would you say that? Why? Why would you say... And you can just see Vanessa Kirby being like, what the hell? It's not even the fact that the word cunt is kind of normalized in Australia. I mean, it's still a swear word, but it's like the same level as fuck. You should have some more self-awareness to know that that word means a lot worse in every other country ever. Oh my god, let me read the comments. I can picture this interviewer's whole career flashing before her eyes when there was an inkling she might have offended the Vanessa Kirby. Rare example of a man saving the day. Fuck, if Pedro Pascal wasn't there, oh my god, this would have been so awkward. I think I have to rewatch this just so I can like analyze it a bit more into
You've kind of become a social media icon for your force-filled, snatched, cunty business face.
Oh, God.
How did you come about to go into that force field? It's a good thing. It's a good thing.
Cunty face is good.
Vanessa Kirby's face.
Maybe.
Cunty face just means fierce,
Mean, like,
fabulous, beautiful,
so traumatized.
strong. It's good.
Oh my god. You don't have to say those words. You can just say that, oh, Sue Storm, she's become famous for looking really hot while using a force field. I know it's not the same thing, but I just came up with that on the spot. But you don't have to be saying these words. Oh. That's like Kirby's face is frying me. Pedro Pascal. Fucking hell, I know you've gotten a bad rep recently, but you saved the day on this one. Jesus, a real life superhero right here. Could you imagine if it was just the interviewer and Vanessa Kirby, and the interviewer just kind of had to, but no, it's a good... I hate this, And I know like some people won't be as bothered by these sort of clips, like they might not find this cringy at all. Like you might think that I'm exaggerating, but this is literally my kryptonite. I can't stand this, I can't. All right, let's move on to the next clip.
How are you both doing? First of all, thank you very much for talking
Okay,
to
so
me.
this is
Has it
from
been a
London,
long
I assume.
day?
Tell you what, you get a good interview no matter what happens.
That's good. You guys are professionals. you haven't seen me interview.
The four of us will face.
Oh god, is that foreshadowing? Oh no, because I know what this clip went infamous for.
And you filmed in Durdle Door in Dorset. I mean, is that right? On the Jurassic Coast?
That was Joseph, and that was Joseph Quinn.
You guys
yeah.
It wasn't us.
weren't
Yeah, we looked at you
there.
blankly
No, we weren't
there.
there.
Yeah,
We weren't
right.
We did what?
AI is not the tool I thought it was for
No,
writing
yeah,
questions.
we did go to
That's,
northern Spain.
Oh, why would he?
yeah.
It's true.
So Durdle Door, you've never been.
That's one for Joseph Quinn.
If you watch Durdle Door, it's
Okay, I'm stopping a bit. Why would you say that? Why would you say that? Okay, not even just saying that, but why would you use AI when preparing for an interview with fucking great Hollywood stars, you know? No. The dislike ratio is fucking off the charts for this, by the way. I don't know, I feel like I would just be so paranoid about bringing up facts, you know? And to use AI. AI is like good, right? For researching and stuff, but it's definitely not to the point where I'd be confident to bring it to fucking Pedro Pascal and Vanessa Kirby. And that's only one half of this, right? And then you have to say to them, oh, AI failed me. Why would you destroy your credibility like that? Why would you say that? Why? Why would you say that? You're just telling Pedro Pascal and Vanessa Kirby that you don't do your job right and you don't. Oh fuck! This is driving me insane. Oh, I need to read the comments. Please. Yep. Everything's about AI. Wow, needing AI to interact with the real human beings is a whole other level of embarrassment. When people say AI slop, this is exactly what they mean. Nonsense after nonsense. You really couldn't have taken 10 minutes out of your time to do actual research. Getting the opportunity to conduct this interview and deciding to use AI for your questions instead of acting like a proper journalist and doing real research is so embarrassing and lazy. Yep. I don't know, like when you do this kind of thing, don't you want to stand out? In the end, AI is just taking what already exists and putting it out to you, you know? Don't you want to be different a bit? AI is not the tool I thought it was. This is so cringe. Why would you confess that? Why Batman wouldn't be able to beat that out of me, okay? You should change careers. Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, like, you get the chance to talk to these actors and then you use AI to generate your questions. Like, don't you want to ask them something that you genuinely want to know about? I don't understand. I can't help but think about what I would do in this situation, right? I don't know how I'd do, to be honest. I feel like I'd be very nervous, obviously. But I would ask, like, questions that I would want to know about. I don't know what kind of limitations they have on the type of questions, but something that kind of engages their brain a bit, not this slop. I mean, the first half of this interview was about, oh, which superpower would you have, blah, blah, blah. And he's just rambling on about, oh, the Human Torch, he can turn off like half his body to carry people to fly, right? Wouldn't that be cool? Shut up! Who cares? I know they're millionaires and everything and we hate the rich or whatever, but I feel bad for Pedro Pascal and Vanessa Kirby for having to sit through interviews like that. Okay, so next clip. This was another Sydney one. I forgot what was exactly said, but I know this one was really bad as well. I'm genuinely blanking on what this one was about.
Pedro has played a father in so many different texts, a found father figure. But do you think it's safe to say that Reed is the first capital D daddy in the
Okay, no. Oh my god. Top comment, Vanessa Kirby vs TikTok interviewers. Oh. Why would you ask that? What? This is like a fucking South Park bit. Would you say it's safe to say that Reed is the first daddy with a capital D? Oh my. Shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up. Okay, let me move on to the next clip because I did find another clip that continues on from that clip we just saw. Not that I want to see more of this.
There are a lot of daddies in the MCU, if you're asking my opinion.
Tony Stark's pretty daddy.
Tony Stark is daddy.
Chris Evans, pretty daddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. It's actually a daddy party.
It's a daddy fest.
Did he just say it's a daddy party?
I don't know, nice.
Dude, you are one letter away from saying Diddy party. Jesus Christ, Jesus Christ, Jesus Christ, Jesus Christ. Pedro Pascal, he just knows how to play things off and just make things not awkward. Because, oh my god, I can't even like process anything that's going on right now. secondhand embarrassment. I mean, it's harmless in the end, but it's just like so fucking weird. Like, why would you ask these questions? I need to rewatch the first half of this clip.
Pedro has played a father in so many different texts, a found father figure. But do you think it's safe to say that Reed is the first capital D daddy in the MCU?
Oh my god, I can't. Do you think like Pedro Pascal just gets tired answering all this garbage about being daddy and all that? Like, I get tired of seeing the same jokes on my videos in the comments, right? But just imagine how much worse it would be if you were Pedro Pascal. I don't know how he does it, to be honest. The amount of times you would have to fake laugh. Or it's like when someone makes a joke about your name that you've heard like a billion times over your lifetime and you have to go, yeah, haha. But it's just 1,000 times worse when you're someone like Pedro Pascal. Oh my god. And he still manages to play it off cool. Major respect, but fuck. This interviewer, he is reporting on behalf of Triple J, which is a Australian radio channel, which is kind of, it's owned by the government, but it's very youth oriented. I guess that's why they have to ask these sort of questions. Anyways, I remember applying for one of the radio host jobs and I made like this full video and everything and they never got back to me, so fuck them. I'm glad. I would have done a better job than this guy. Jesus. Well, look who's winning now, Triple J. You've embarrassed yourselves in front of Pedro Pascal and Vanessa Kirby. On behalf of Australia, I apologize. Yeah, these comments are so real. I'm sorry, who the hell comes up with questions like these? Skull emoji, yep. Yeah. As a grown man asking, this is nuts. Yeah, everyone's just trying to farm clips for TikTok or whatever, and then they end up saying dumb shit like this. This is... Now, each of those clips were pretty bad on their own, okay? But I feel like altogether, they create a fucking... What's the guy from Yu-Gi-Oh? Where he has different parts and you put them together with the different cards. They just connect and form this thesis statement about why press interviews kinda suck nowadays. Oh my god, my brain is kinda just brutalized right now. But, surprise, this does not end at Fantastic Four. Why would it? This is a virus infecting all of Hollywood. You know Liam Neeson, right? From the Taken movies, Qui-Gon Jinn, Whitewash Ra's al Ghul, 73 years old. Yeah, we're breaching the multiverse now. This next clip, I have heard about it, and let's just play it. I haven't seen this, but I have heard about it. So this is during the promotion of the new Naked Gun reboot. Oh my god, do I have to watch this?
Liam, do you know what this is?
I have no clue. No. Seriously, I don't know.
That is a labubu.
Okay.
Oh, he doesn't
It's a
not
fluffy
care.
doll. Can you eat it?
The owner of the labubu is now a billionaire because people around the world are hoarding these.
Really?
And they almost got banned in the UK because people were
not give a
fighting
shit.
each other on the streets for them. I have a pink one.
It doesn't surprise me. I've never heard of them. No.
What about this?
Oh no,
What
he
this
does
is?
not care. He does
Really
not
drawn
care.
for
Just stop.
E.T. probably.
That is a lafufu.
Poor guy, bro. He's
It's a labubu
73.
without
He
the
does
hair.
not care about this.
Without the genitals.
Dude, he'd probably rather talk about Star Wars than this. Oh my god. Why the fuck are you asking Liam Neeson about a labubu? Why would he care? What relevance does it? What are you getting from this? Look at these comments. Can he hire real journalists? Why would he put Liam Neeson through this? I've never seen a man not care about something so much in my life until this. Dude, know your audience. When you have these sort of questions lined up, right? Do you not have to talk to your editor, you know, or your manager who's like one level above you and go like, hey, do these questions sound right? And who's approving these questions? I hate this. I hate this so much. I hate this. Why would you ask him this? Look at his face. He does not give a single shit. He is only doing these press interviews for the paycheck because he signed a fucking contract. Like, I'm sure he had a blast making the movie, and you know, he met his current girlfriend, Pamela Anderson, I think. They're dating now from that movie. Anyways, and yeah, he's just clocked out of this. He does not give a shit about any of this. Why? Read the room. I hate this. I hate this so much. I hate this so much. I get that it's good to be different, but not like this. I mean, you're not even being different at this point. You're just being more content slop. And yeah, no, it's not different. I take that 100% back. It's not different. It's 100% content slop. Fast food content, as I've called it before. Look at the fucking description of this TikTok. Can you eat it? Laughing emoji, skull emoji. This is exactly the response we wanted from Liam Neeson after seeing a Labubu for the first time. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Oh, this is embarrassing. This is embarrassing. This is what I mean by saying like Gen Z. Oh, what the fuck are you doing? What are we doing here? How are we part of the same generation where you just do shit like this and you think it's good? Let's move on, because we do have another thing I want to talk about. The final clip I had today, which I have seen but I promise won't make it any less cringeworthy, is director Celine Song reacting to a Letterboxd interview. Celine Song wrote and directed The Materialist, aka Chris Evans and Dakota Johnson's first good movie in a while, and it touches upon why financial stress can be impactful on a relationship and the dating scene. So that's all the context you need, and this clip was actually what prompted me to make this video. This clip was the final straw on my very loaded, get me out of here, please don't make me watch this camel back. This is masochism. This is self-inflicted torture. Why am I doing this to myself?
I did read one Letterboxd review comment though that really made me laugh, that said not Celine promoting broke men in this economy, which really made me laugh. What do you think of that?
Well, thank you for asking me about it. I think that it doesn't make me laugh because it really is disappointing to me that I think that there is a very real confusion about feminism and in the history of feminism. I think that throughout,
oh my god,
because
you can hear the interviewer just go silent.
Feminism has been about anti-corporate and then anti-capitalist. It was always on the forefront of fighting classism. So I'm very concerned about the way that we talk about people who are poor. Poverty is not the fault of the poor. I think that that is a very troubling result of the way that the wealthy people have, gotten into our hearts about how it's your fault if you're poor and you're a bad person if you're poor. It doesn't make me laugh, actually. It just makes me...
Oh, she reinforces it.
That anybody would talk about my movie and my characters and then to really think about it in such classist terms. Even the whole movie is about fighting the way that capitalism is trying to...
This is brutal. Okay, so I'm of two minds about this. First of all, it was clearly a joke. The Letterboxd review was a joke, right? It makes it even worse because whoever the interviewer was at the beginning, she was like, this review really made me laugh. Celine Song's like, this doesn't make me laugh. It doesn't. That is such a fucking gut punch. If I was the interviewer, I would have been shitting my guts out and I would have just been like, well, that was a nice career while it lasted. So Celine Song, she's obviously a very well-educated and well-spoken individual because the way she talks about feminism and the history of it, she knows her shit. And I will say, I respect her for standing up for, what she created, because a lot of people, they would be like, haha, yeah, it is what it is. People can say what they like or whatever, but she actually stands up for what she wrote and what she wanted to portray, which I think is very admirable. It definitely takes guts to do that, especially if you know that this footage will be on the internet basically forever. But on the other hand, if we know that it's a joke, do we really have to go that far? I think there's like a balance made to be struck here, Why would you even present this joke that's basically an insult to what the director created and assume that they would find it funny? What were you hoping out of that? Like, were you hoping she would be like, that's so true, you know what? I've kind of fucked up. So again, I admire the fact that she's standing her ground, whether people hate her for that or not. And I think this clip is a microcosm of everything terrible with how Gen Z interview people or how people try to mimic this Gen Z relatability. Because everything in this clip goes wrong. Nothing goes right. Like, whether you liked her movie or not, you gotta respect the fact that she was like, no, I don't agree with that, and I think it's quite shameful that people think like that. Do I think that her film portrayed the messages that she's saying in this clip perfectly? Not really, no. Queen, it was a joke, I fear, tears emoji. Yeah, but I feel like looking at these TikTok comments, a lot of people are media illiterate. I don't know if that's the right term, because like people are saying like, no, this is absolutely shit, like you're completely wrong, you didn't achieve its goal. It wasn't like that off. Like I would say that it didn't exactly hit what she was trying to do, but were you paying attention? Like, have you seen movies like this before? I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. These clips have fucking rotted my brain. I want to get out of here. Oh god, how do we get here from Fantastic Four, bro? This is Surely something changes soon, right? Surely the norms change in the next year or so. Jesus. And speaking of the Fantastic Four, I did make a video about what your favorite superhero team says about you. So if you haven't seen that, check that out if you haven't already. Check out my second channel for random vlogs and videos. Check out my discussion channels for news updates and reviews. And check out my letterbox as well. Hopefully Celine Song doesn't read my letterbox reviews. I'll see you next week. See you.
1-5 in the open